And we're live! Hello everybody,
Hey!
JAYTEE32. Ivan Miranda and Mia, I don't want to give your surname away in case it's private, so Mia, Mia3 at Twitter. Oh, Graphit is here. Let's say hello to the chat. Let me scroll to the top.
My brother!
Yes, your brother from another mother in a different land. Teresa is here because she was talking all sorts of smut, as always. Kathy is here. John Mack, hello. Now, Pokon missed this, unfortunately.
Oh.
He popped in and had to go. Adam Bradley, hello. Joe Paddock, Spike. Graphit, of course. Wellbot. Thierry, hello. Wow, that's a long... You and Todd... Fernando Jerez,
Hey!
3D print creator
You
is here.
know, JT, that you will not be able to do this forever. We are going
No,
to,
no, I
to
know.
get to fame.
Patrick is here. Yeah, but I'll only do it the first. And Jordan. Hey, nut job back. Indeed. All right. There we go. So, Mia decided that she wanted to be on the show about an hour ago or 2 hours ago.
Was a little bit spontaneous.
So I decided that I had
That's
the mad skills to put the word Mia up on the screen, as I have now done, with
Perfect.
with the Graphit branding, which of course I played correctly today. Thank you, Graphit. Hey Ryan, how are you, Mr. Buttram? Woot woot. Yep. All right. So, how's everyone's week? We're well.
What?
Are you well?
What? I'm fine. I'm distracted.
You are. You are. Okay. Mia, would you like to say something about yourself? To all the people that are in the chat already know you,
Yeah.
but you know,
The next hour is all yours.
it is the Mia show on this occasion. The Mia Tog. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Well,
Pokon is
You
here.
already knows me, so there's not much to say. You already know what I'm doing, but I'm do much with 3D printing lately with filament, the hexagon filament, which is printing right now. The next one, which I have to do another color switch later. But yeah, so yeah, that's me.
That's Mia. So anybody that hasn't seen or heard Mia before with her unboxings or her other videos, now you have seen and or heard.
Yay. We are using one of those fancy. Is that Skype for Business with the blurry background, or? I don't know if it is.
I did notice that. I actually did notice that she's got some form of filter on.
I didn't. I have no idea what this is. I was wondering myself.
She's got a setting.
But it's fine. It's pretty messy in my little makeshift space, so that's okay.
I was literally going to say I need one of those for my entire life. I need a blur behind me. Yeah. Yes, the safety blur. Ivan, I've just realised something. You're not in your greenhouse.
Because it's too damn hot in there already. Summer is coming.
Summer is coming. Very good. I like it.
I just came with the bike, entered the greenhouse, and said it cannot be done in here. Like, it's like a sauna now.
Ah, okay. And the weather is just crazy. Like a couple of days ago, well, this morning I was freezing. My ankles get cold, so I normally wear sheepskin boots, UGG boots. and then which I didn't put on. I thought I'll be brave, and I'm indoors, right? I can live. I'm not like Thierry who runs around in the snow barefoot. Um, Literally in the afternoon, I'm sweating. Like the world is crazy. Yes,
Yeah,
we
that's what's called climate change. In the morning is one way, and in the afternoon is in the other way. That's
of
change.
course, change. Yes.
As Trump, he knows.
Patrick, Patrick, are you saying that your ankles get cold, or are you picking on me, you little whippersnapper? Yes, Kathy, it probably is just Melbourne. 4 seasons in one day. Um, yes, he's winking at me. So yes, he's just being a smartass. All right. So when Mia and I were talking 10 minutes ago, she's already done some of her magic, which I put on the chat. Mia, for those that don't know, I will quickly bring up. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do this. Let me do this, and scroll, and we'll make that live. Okay. So Mia has. Who developed this technique? Mia.
Um, it is a YouTuber called Sunshine, I think was his name, and Tinkers posted the video and linked me in it.
Yep.
And I saw this and I had to try it. So it was usually planned as a 2-color hexagon filament, so that you simply do a color swap, so you can do those. Like these, I don't know if you can see it right.
Let me do
yep. Where the color changes by rotating. I hope it's visible.
Let me do. Does that work? That sort of works.
Wait for JAYTEE to do his magic.
Yeah, it's all right. That's good enough for now.
So you can just see it a little bit, I think, but it changes the color by rotating, and this wasn't enough for me. Of course not. So I started to go a little bit crazy, and added more color changes and started to work with gradients.
So this picture here that you can see as well, this is literally you printing a thin layer and then printing another layer on top, different color, and then another layer on top at a different position, and you end up with this sort of rainbow gradient filament. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How many layers?
It's color layers are 5.
Yes.
So basically, depending on how many changes you want, you have from 8 to 20, 25 STL files you have to print one after another, and you end up with a colorful filament. Just have a look. I've got one right here.
Everybody missed Ivan's face. He's just his chin is almost falling to the ground.
That's like how much filament I pour through my printers doing that. That's mad. Wow.
Let me see if I can make a Mia only. While you two keep chatting, and I'll see if I can make up a profile quickly.
How's the weather? How's the weather there?
How's the weather?
It's cold today. I'm pretty freezing. Well, it was warmer last week, but today it's pretty cold.
Yeah, living far in the mountains. That's what it has. Like, it's cold. Yeah, I live in the coast in Spain, but in the coast that is in the north of Spain. So the weather here is pretty shitty. But these days it's sunny. I don't know why. It should be raining like crazy, but it's sunny. I don't know.
Okay, I've got a temporary Mia.
No. We are talking, please.
Oh,
please.
sorry.
Wait,
Here. I'll just put the two of you then.
Go on.
All right, back to reality, shall we?
Yeah.
All right, Mia, it's all yours.
Okay, I hope you can see it. I have a piece of the filament left. I hope it's focusing a little bit.
Oh, it's blurring. Put it right in front of your
Yeah,
face.
Put it in front
better
of
like
your face
this.
Yeah.
so it doesn't. Yeah,
Like
like that. Yeah,
that.
yeah, yes.
I think.
It's better with your
Damn
face
it.
No, it's better with your
behind.
face there. Put it in.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's trying to
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe on the pullover.
Yes,
That
that
more
works.
works.
Yeah, better.
And
So that's 2 colours
there
there,
are
or how many?
2 colors.
Yep.
It's a pretty short swap, so this was one of those you couldn't really see the gradient. And you basically take the spiral and you go each layer a little bit further into the next color.
So it overlaps.
Yeah, so it overlaps, and it's a little bit tricky because you can't give an amount of length into a Fusion 360 for an arc.
Okay.
So you have to calculate each arc so you get the right length. You can only type in the angle.
Wow.
Okay. You could do the formula, but if it is a spiral, I don't think it will work.
It's luckily it doesn't have to be perfect. So if you have a little bit less or a little bit more, it doesn't matter because of the gradient. It will mix nevertheless. So with 5 layers, it's if you have 0.5 millimeters more or less, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So a vaguely amount is okay.
Now, what have I done? Did I move you there? Something's moved.
Now, JT cannot go back, so you will be there
No,
for the rest of the show.
I can do anything I like. Watch this. Blip, blip. This is again behind the scenes. There you go. Fixed.
JT Wizard.
Fixed. Or
Yay!
I don't like that bit down there, but anyway. Breathe. Yeah. So Mia, when's your next change? When's the next layer change?
It will be maybe 20-25 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool. No problem. Okay, so last week was spent me blabbing about Murph. We hardly spoke about what your travels were, Ivan.
Oh, my travels. My travels were a lot of trouble. But yes. I think I went to China the week before you went to Murph, maybe.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. I had a very interesting 6 days, which were divided in three sets of 2 days of travel, 2 days of being there, and 2 days of travel going back. So I that required a lot of rest when I went back. And yes, I went from here to Paris, Shanghai, and Chania, which resulted in 56 kilos of luggage between my 2 suitcases and my backpack. Because it like if you have seen the video, you can see that I had a suitcase, like a pretty long suitcase that is usually used for rifles or weapons, because it was the only thing that could fit the big beams of the thing. Then after the fact, I realized that I could not use regular suitcases and put the beams in diagonal. But that happened. And once I finished, once I started putting stuff on that suitcase, I started using my scale, and it reached 25 kilos, like with half of the things that I had to bring with me. So I had to bring my other suitcase from home, where I had all my clothes and my spare things, and I had to start putting things on it too.
Yep.
Yeah, and as it was weighing still too much, I had to put some stuff in my backpack. And if you add to that the camera gear and everything, that's 56 kilos.
So your backpack was 11 kilos, yes?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, 11 kilos. They didn't wait it like when you are going with a regular suitcase, like one of those cabin luggages and a backpack, they only weigh the cabin luggage. But I didn't have enough hands to bring a cabin luggage because with two suitcases and one backpack, I was like completely above my abilities.
Okay.
So, and when I arrived there, I told the lady on the counter, like, this is going straight to my destination. She said, no, you have to pick it up in Shanghai, go to customs, exit the airport, enter back in, go again through customs, and go to the terminal. So I have the most X-ray luggage in the entire world. And as I told JT, like you might think, beams, motors, radio, everything. When I went in the way there, no, I was stopped nowhere. Nobody asked anything. Every single time that I did leave the luggage there, nobody asked anything. X-ray machines, nothing. Not even in Shanghai, where they have a huge machine. When you exit the airport, they have a huge machine where they make you go with your luggage. Nothing. In the way back, I had to show it and explain it everywhere. Everybody was wondering if I had any batteries on the luggage. I'm guessing that I did put something on it that seemed like a battery or something. But it was a really interesting trip.
So they literally only cared about batteries. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think there is now, they are very strict now with batteries, and I think it was like they were thinking I had one because they only, once I said to them there are no batteries, they started searching. And as I told you, in the way there, I spent almost no time sleeping in the plane because I couldn't sleep. I don't know, maybe the stress or I arrived there and I had the robot, and we started filming the next day at 6 a.m. China time. 6 a.m. China time is 12 a.m. Spanish time. So I had to wake up before I usually go to bed here. And on top of that, I finished assembling the robot at 12:30 their time. So I only had 2 hours to sleep, basically. And I hadn't eaten since 4 p.m. So when at the next day we were at the beach doing the runs with the robot and everything, and then when we saw that everything was going smooth, we started taking turns to go to have breakfast. And when I don't eat, I get very cranky. let's say it politely. So I left the beach. We were in a big resort. I left the beach and then went trying to find the restaurant of the hotel, and I like in a fork. I took the wrong turn, and that weekend was the Formula E Championship there. So there were teams everywhere. So I saw what it seemed like a restaurant, and I asked the guy at the desk, like, I want to have breakfast. My room number is this. Can I come in? And he said, no, your room number. He said, and I said, I will pay. I want to have breakfast. Can I come in? Where is this? And it seems that I was pretty angry. So he told me, you can have breakfast, and I entered, have breakfast, coffee, orange, toast, everything. I was almost going like, so I ate everything. I came from the interior of the building to the restaurant. So when I come out, instead of doing this and back this, I did this and back out to the street. And while I was going out, I started seeing some like these flagpoles, very big flagpoles, everything Jaguar, and I turned back, and there was like Jaguar Lounge. It was the Jaguar Lounge, and it seems that I entered the wrong restaurant and I had breakfast free.
So you conned your way into the Jaguar breakfast eating area at the Formula E because you took a wrong turn.
And I was very cranky.
And you were cranky, yes. But forceful.
Yes.
Forceful.
I, I, yes.
Forceful. Strong.
I didn't imply. I didn't. Yeah, strong. Yeah.
Yes, Maya makes. I know Ivan's Ivan's audio has issues.
I have.
Yeah,
Wait.
It's good. It's really there's like robots in the background.
Oh.
Yeah, something weird is going on. That's sort of why I recounted the story.
Is it now better?
That's much better.
Now?
It's echoier, but better.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Oh, okay.
We'll let the crowd decide. Because so you had your free breakfast, so you didn't have to pay because it was all paid for because you were on the Jaguar Lounge.
Yeah, but I thought that I gave the guy my room number, so I thought, okay, they will charge it to the room and it will be paid for later. So I wasn't thinking that I was stealing, but once I was out, I realized what happened. Yes.
Okay. So it was completely unintentional. It was a happy coincidence.
Oh yes, because then later I realized that the restaurant was really much farther away than that. So yes. Yeah. Let's say if I have the money one day, I will buy a Jaguar just to compensate that.
Okay, cool. Lovely.
And it pays or something.
Okay. So back to Mia now. So I wanted to break this up a little bit different from what normally happens. So I'm trying to keep the audience entertained. So you've done your filament, you've done the layers, you've calculated within reason where the layer breaks are going to be, and then with this multi-layer, so 5 layers. So what is it? Does it end up at 175?
No, the first layer is actually, I would use clear filament, but I'm out of clear, so I'm using the vanilla bean, which is translucent, so it works as well. Then the 5 layers of color, and this is about the middle of the hexagon. And the rest of the layers are made in vanilla bean, or could be made in a different color. And this is what I'm trying right now. I'm working with a different color so that you not only got gradients and color switches, you got this on one side, in theory at least, and on the other side, you should have the different color, depending on where the filament goes into the extruder.
Okay, so
in theory.
you have examples, no doubt.
From this, not yet.
No, not that particular one, but you've got examples of other filaments, yes, that you've made.
Of the ones with the first gradient, I got the. You can see this. Wait a second.
Yep, that's good.
The little vase, where the color gradients are not that good. They were way too short, but it was the second try for the gradients. And from yesterday I got the cube, and there the gradients work pretty well. I hope it's visible.
So,
is it focused?
Yeah, it's not too bad actually. Just move it slightly to your left. Yep, just so it's in front of your sweater, your pullover. That's good color. Yep, the tilt is good too. So you made that filament.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you printed the filament and then reprinted with the filament.
Yes.
Exactly.
So the running joke that there is, like in Thingiverse, lots of STLs of one string of filament to be printed. You did it in a very complicated manner. Okay.
Well, I have multicolor, so.
Yeah. But that's extreme multicolor because you cannot get that with a palette plus.
That's true. Not the gradients, at least,
no.
Because you have the palette just a little bit where the color overlaps, but not in that way because you need a way longer string of color mixing. With the 8M, you can do these color mixing, but you can't do other things. So you just have 2 filaments, and with this you can, go crazy with as many colors you would like.
Well,
as long as you have the patience.
Yes, there is that. This leads me to the fact that I do have an A10M, and I will now be blending Oh, but that doesn't work. It's not putting two filaments side
No,
by
no, no.
side. It blends it into one color. So
Like
that
you could use a palette class to print the filament that you would use to print.
yeah,
Like,
but
in
the segments.
Yes, that's possible. I'm hoping my MMU2 will arrive soon. Then the color switches would be way more pleasant.
Oh, yes.
Let's call from here to Prusa. Joseph, please hurry up with Dasmia
please.
order, please. Please.
When did you order it,
He's
Mia?
watching person.
In February, so
Yeah.
lots.
Come on.
The
That's
schedule.
almost last year.
It should arrive in June.
Okay.
Have to wait a little bit longer, unfortunately.
I would make mine if I had to wait that long. I would manufacture it.
Just whip one up with all the spare time you have.
Oh yes. Like between 6 a.m. and
And 6:01
7
a.m.
Yeah.
With-
Yeah, but I was going to say 7, but today I was already woke up at 7. No.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Okay, good.
Yeah. Sure.
So people, I think, understand what's going on. The audio seems to be better.
Okay.
Yeah, Ryan Bartram is saying you've got tons of time while while you're doing 100-hour prints. You got tons of free time.
Yeah. Dasmia changes filaments and STLs every 20 minutes, and I do it every 5 days.
Every 5 weeks.
No, I do shorter prints too.
Yeah, and all your color swaps are red.
Oh yes. Red, everything is red.
Yeah. Have you had any disasters this week?
Not really. No, I did put the right STL in the wrong printer, but that was a minor issue. Like
Okay.
the printer. Yeah.
So-
And did you see my tweets about this print in here?
Oh, with the notches cut out of it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. It looks like a giant bear has got its claws and taken a chunk out of it.
Me tweeting this had 2 consequences because I asked for help.
Yep.
And I made the mistake to say that I was printing at 0.8 with a 0.8 nozzle.
Oh yes, and then there was the whole 20% less. And,
There are 2 things that you cannot do in the 3D printing community.
yeah.
Shoot puppies and print with the exact same diameter as the layer height that you are doing.
So,
Come on.
don't-
Everybody says you cannot do that. You are a bad person. It's not like climate change is your fault. Come on. The earth is flat.
shoot puppies. That's funny.
Yeah. And the thing is that I think you said that's me. Was it you that recommended me to remove the wipe? Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did it work?
No, it didn't. No, that was not the issue. And I did try to remove the coasting distance. That didn't help either. And then Dave Gaylord from Other Hackers recommended me to change the retractive distance. And I did it in a pretty savage manner. Which that this disaster. Can you see it?
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
It
Ivan and
It
Third.
is-
There we go. That's a bit.
ripping on.
That's a bit larger.
They have bumps instead of holes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's a disaster. Yes. And
A little bit of
then-
sanding.
Yes, this one is slightly better.
Hold on, I'm gonna make a special Ivan screen. Whoop, there.
Yes.
Go. There you go.
This is better in terms of the filling of the gaps, but there are still gaps, and in the interior it's still a disaster. Can you see the disaster?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the
Yeah.
corner in particular.
Yeah, I can live with this. I really can live with all this stringing in here because the exterior is perfect. But still, I did another 3 or 4 iterations without letting the print finish, so I didn't waste that much material. And I think I've managed without changing the wipe distance and the coasting distance to get the perfect amount of retraction and extra extruding at restart, which will give me a very nice 0.8 nozzle 0.8 layer height print. And then I will put it on a pedestal and make t-shirts with, you can print with the same layer height that your nozzle diameter and everything.
So speaking of t-shirts, I did last week Mark Rhodes t-shirt.
Hey!
Racers!
Oh, Spaces Invaders!
Yay!
Ah.
Thanks. Thank you.
No problem. It's only money. I can't believe they charge for shipping twice. I understand why. I'm not bitter.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I'm bitter.
Now.
Yeah. Which
2 months later after paying it, you are not bitter.
Yeah, exactly right. But it's warm. It's a warm t-shirt.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes. It's soft. It's really soft.
Good quality. Yes.
Yeah.
G'day, Scalda. How are you? I haven't looked at chat for a while. Not in his greenhouse because of the heat. Yes, correct.
Yes, it's really hot in there. And I have a new favorite part now. My brushless motors for the. It's still. Let me get one.
Yes, you do that. No, you're because you switched microphone. You're no longer using your headphones.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, you're doing all right.
This is my new favorite part. This is a brushless. I don't know how much everybody knows about RC, but there is this thing called KVs, which basically means how fast it spins. The slower it spins, the more torque it has, the more strength or force to spin stuff it has. And these ones are spare replacement parts for those DJI drones, the Mavic Air, the small one, that is really expensive and really good. Those are spare ones for that, which means they are available everywhere, and they rotate really slow because DJI has managed to do drones that are very quiet. So they have made special propellers that make this thing go really slow. And those are really cheap because they are very used, and you can get them wet, which is awesome.
Which is also good for boats.
Yes, boats, and this is a world exclusive. Those are parts for boats.
They look like dead parts for boats.
This is a good print.
Ah, okay.
This one will be used.
Okay, so that's when you tried a 1.0 extrusion from a 0.8.
So that's a 0.2 really good print. Yes. So, yes.
Okay. Oh, bye. he's vanished. There he is. All good. Apparently, Ewan knows something. His Mario Kart has a 3930 kV.
Yeah, but those are 920 kVs, which means that his Mario Kart the motors spin more than 4 times this one.
So literally the car weighs nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, he might be using gears.
Okay.
But I can use this. Like, the thing is that if a brushless motor has too much resistance at start, it won't start. Because the ESC doesn't know its position, so it won't send the right pulse. Because those the ESC detects, the ESC, the controller of the motor, tries to move it because it knows its position. But it only knows its position if it's spinning, because it uses the inductance of the magnets through the coils in the wire. So if it is not spinning, the ESC doesn't know its position, so it tries to do it like. But
Mia is focused.
you can burn them all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
No.
have to.
No.
I have to do my layer swap.
Yes, the
We are going to start telling you math operations, and you are going to do them while you do that.
no. She's already got the Prusa beeping at her saying do the swap, or she's watching
Yeah.
the timer. I heard the
Swap,
beep.
swap.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
3D Creator says, if I have ever tried a variomatic system on these motors, no, I haven't. And I don't know what that is.
For a second, I thought the printer hung up, but it's okay.
We can rebuild him.
No, I have to start again. 50 miles per hour, that's a lot.
The bits go faster if it crashes. So it gets the 50 and then it explodes and then the. Did anybody see that Daniel Norray has finally added the halo to his Formula One car, his model, the Open RC?
Yeah.
So the halo, the bit that protects the driver's head.
Yeah.
He's added it.
Or so they say.
So
as long as it goes to the head.
What's that? Sorry.
Yeah, it protects the head of the driver as long as whatever is going to hit it goes through the halo first.
Correct. I saw a car bounce off one already. A car came over the top and.
Yeah, but that's. Yeah. That cars.
Hello, the Tinker Dad.
Hey.
What's Mia doing right now? She's making magic. She is making multicolored filament, layer by layer, printing a spiral, and then printing other colors on top of the spiral. Let me.
And then using that filament to print with. That's what gets me like. You can print with. That's.
Let me do this, and in theory do that. 792. Yep, 792. In theory, that link will take you to the Mia's multicolored bracelet and spiral. He says,
there is a cow and a
cow, yes, and a dog.
I'm a bad person.
So, Pokon, are you still in the chat? How was Sweden meetup?
I have something for him. I might have to, maybe. Yes.
He's gone? Okay, thanks, Teresa.
Oh. I don't know if you can see it.
Here, let me put a bigger one for you. Just you special. Hold on. All right, there. Now, you either froze or I froze you. There we go. You froze. Something froze. All right, what's that?
That's like popcorn or something similar vending
machine
display in a bar. That looks like a red box for things that are not filament.
Ah, I see.
Like when I saw it, I said, like that's a red box. Just right there.
Gotcha.
It is not. Yes. So buy a red box.
Too expensive shipping.
To Australia.
Yeah. I said to go on. You tell me what you're about to say, and I'll tell you my grand plan.
I have one better. You should all chip in, all the Aussies, and build a bridge with a rope through mainland.
Okay. Yes. That's a better plan than mine. My plan was use my own money to bring stuff in and become a distributor of everything.
Yes, you would be rich.
Yep, that would be horrible.
By the way, I did offer my shout-out capabilities to I don't know who he is. I'm really terrible at this Twitter naming thing. About the art.
Yes, would have been Leo Cattle.
Maybe, yes.
About the
Reasonable.
organisation thereof of ARF.
Art,
ARF.
yes. Sounds
Well,
great.
it was going to be Murph X. We were chuckling about that. So like TEDx, TED Talks with the X. We did the Murph X, but yeah.
Perfect Melbourne.
Exactly. But the ARF is Australia because it's undecided yet whether it's Australia, Melbourne or Australia. Look, Teresa, straight away. Look at the chat. Look, she cannot help herself. So this
I don't
is
get it because
Melbourne.
I don't know it. Yes, that seems rude.
Melbourne uses Filament Festival. I don't know.
But where in the country is Melbourne? That's the northeast.
Yes, if you hold the map upside down, correct. No, it's southeast. So you know where Tasmania is. You know where the little triangle is at the bottom.
Yeah.
Tasmania.
Okay.
Directly north of that is Melbourne. It's the port.
So it's the southeast. So that should be Essex. Essex.
That's very hard.
Murph is very hard. There are two R's. You don't say.
So yes, we should all chip in and get all the products here. Build a bridge.
Or start manufacturing everything in Australia. Again, everything.
Everything. Mm-hmm.
Everything.
How did your swap go, Mia?
Yay!
Not very well, unfortunately. Somehow the print fan did error again, which I had with the last filament as well. I'm not sure what it is, what's happening there, if the fan has a problem or maybe if it is the new firmware. I have no idea. So, but I know where it stopped, so I just have to make a new STL and then it should go. I just have to keep it warm.
Yes.
So it doesn't pop off the build plate.
I've worked many years in R&D, and I know the exact issue that you had. It's called the demo effect.
Yeah.
If you had switched off the camera before doing it, it would have worked flawlessly.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the same. So whenever you get a spaghetti print, it's always when you're not in the room.
Yeah. Yes. I had one of those destroyed my Pulse XC.
Oh.
Destroyed it. Like the ball of goop reached the printed part of the extruder of the hot end, so everything melted. I did let Mother hackers know, and I'm planning on fixing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a very expensive disaster.
Yeah.
I bet.
Ouch.
Have you seen? There is this guy or girl, or there is this one human that managed to use OpenCV and a Raspberry Pi with a camera to detect failures in the print. So if the part lifts or makes bumps or anything, it stops the print. It detects a spaghetti print or a failure.
So doing object recognition, it says, well, it's moving here. That's fine. Sorry, it's moving here.
Yes.
That's fine. Oh, look, it's over here now. So it's moved outside of.
You are adding material. So if you know where the layers should be and where is empty bed, as soon as something reaches the space that could not be filled anymore because of the height of the extruder, then it stops because something moved.
Right. Okay.
Yes, I would be rich if I had that when I started 3D printing. I would have like 100 spare kilos.
Yes. Very true.
I'm pretty sure. I think I've said this, but I'm pretty sure that I'm in the 1% of individuals in terms of amount of print.
Oh, absolutely. The volume of material you get. What's your stock at the moment? How much are you carrying?
At the moment, some more stock is coming my way. I've been let know this morning because I only have one spool left, and 2 of the 6 are running low.
Right. That's
And
no good.
I have one spool.
That's no good.
But knowing that some filament is coming my way, I can plan ahead.
Is everything 5 kilo? Or 4 kilo? What do you use?
I use, is it 4 or is it 5?
It's one of
Is
those.
it 5?
It's not 10.
5. It's not 10.
Not 10, okay.
Because 10 doesn't fit my spool holders. I would need to design and print some more. Yeah.
Are you saying you couldn't do that?
No, I would.
Of course you could.
I would be more than happy to swap spools less than
Yeah.
I wouldn't care.
All right, back to Mia. So you showed us the little vase. You showed us the little cube. Was there another object I saw that you had printed?
Frogs.
Frog.
Lots of frogs.
I saw the frogs. Hold on, let me put you on screen. Have you got a frog nearby?
Of course, I have all the frogs nearby.
Okay.
So
your favorite animal are cows then?
I use the frog because it is on the Prusa SD card, and I know the STL, the G code is fine. So I wanted to use a G code that would work perfectly no matter what, to see how the printed filament performs, and that's why I choose the frog. And this was the first one. Wait a second. To go. The chair is sinking. Hope you can see it. It was blue and purple.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the first.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which only worked with the layer swap. So basically, on one half of the hexagon, you swap the filament, and so it creates this effect while printing. This was the first one. The second one, I was experimenting with some spots on filament. This was the black-white one.
Yeah, do that. Yep.
This is pretty hard to see. This is which was a little bit like sandstone.
Cat.
Yeah, cat.
I hope.
It's blowing out. We'll find the Twitter link. We'll find the Twitter link.
I have a question / suggestion.
Okay, hold on. Let me go.
And I think we would need help from a third party here. But the thing is, if you have a black belt style printer like the White
Knight. Yep.
White
White
Knight,
Knight. Yeah.
Yeah. So you attach the MMU to the White Knight printer.
Yeah.
And then as it is coming out of the belt, you feed it into the Prusa MK3 and use it to print. And you could do this automatically and continuously.
Except the filament requires to start again. You have to print on top of Mia's filament layer. No, you got some other idea?
No, because it's a belt print.
With an MMU, it is possible.
It prints at an angle. You could even modify the White Knight. So instead of using a 35-degree angle, using a much shallower angle, so it could just straight print the layers in a diagonal and print just the filament in diagonals.
As different colors.
As different colors.
I see, yeah.
Use the MMU, print a few layers of one color, and
oh, we just lost Ivan.
The baby's moving. Print another set of layers. No!
Yeah,
I'm here!
Briefly, very briefly.
Okay. Yeah, but the thing is that I think what Mia is doing with the STLs is you are printing the gradient, you are doing it by printing different layers in a diagonal, and then so the belt printer will do that for you.
But
because
I don't
it's already
know
printing the diagonal.
if the angle would be narrow enough to do that. You need a special amount of...
for that. You can just move the entire bridge of the printer, so it goes to an angle that is shallow enough to do it.
If it could go so deep, it would be possible.
So that's madness, right there.
So
the thing is that I already thinking about how to make one.
So Mia,
I don't print bars.
you now have to reach out to Carl and say, here's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
Please.
because it will be all everything. It will be red. It will be unnoticeable if I do it. A finished print would look like this. So that's stupid. Sorry. Please continue. I will stop.
Have you got the heat bed still on, by the way?
Yes, I got the heat bed still on. I
you
got
sure?
the nozzle still on. Because I don't know what happens when I left it on preheat. So hopefully it will stay all where it is, and so I just can feed another G code and I can finish it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Have you played with Ivan's thinking? Look at him. Go on. Spill.
The thing is that you could use the belt printer, but and this is the mother of all continuous printing. As the filament goes out of the bed, instead of feeding it to another printer, feed it to the same printer.
Around the belt.
Can you imagine the madness?
Well, I think
Around
then
the
you
belt
get
and
gray.
back into the extruder. Go back into the extruder. In a loop.
Now,
you could be printing forever.
Then you would have a giant mess, I think.
So my question is,
we need to have faith.
My question is, with
What?
the residue you were getting built up before you went to cap tubes, yeah, that was the PTFE.
Yes.
That had nothing to do with the filament
Yes.
at all. Okay,
Yes.
so my question was going to be, does filament lose its thermal properties or its melt property, glass temperature or glass?
It degrades.
That's where I'm thinking. The more times over and over.
The only filament that does not degrade, if I'm correct, is HDPE, high density polyethylene. I think that one, the change in the molecular structure are long enough so it doesn't degrade, but I'm not sure.
Okay. This is clearly not normal, but it's good to discuss. But I'm now thinking about feeding my A10M into the pallet or vice versa, and see what happens, and back into the pallet.
You could do it in circles, and then lift it from the bed and go
and have the printer collapse itself into a black hole into the pallet. Like that.
And then back again as a new printer.
Correct. Now
that's the black hole 3D printer it will be.
So not the white knight, the black hole.
Yeah. That's the white knight, useful, nice printer. The black hole, shitty, that's nothing useful, but really interesting.
So yes, very good.
We are giving such good ideas here for free.
Chris Riley, he doesn't know what we're talking about, but he likes it.
Yeah, it's the people is taking notes.
Of course they are.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The next Silicon Valley great company is going to be one that does one of these things. I'm pretty sure.
You think?
And we are giving them away. Yeah.
No, we buy shares now. We patent it now. Get onto your patent lawyer and say, I want to patent this.
Let's pick all the money that we are making with this podcast and invest it.
Well, what we need now is an Ivan/Mia GIF, which is Mr. DuckTales Scrooge diving into the gold coins.
We've talked about that many times. Now, that hurts.
Mia, have you still got gold kicking around? Like, are you still finding, seriously?
Wait a second. I got all the golden spacers here. And the tiny
Oh, wow. Here, let me switch you. Hold it up.
those are unique. There are none like that in the
So
universe.
anybody that doesn't know, most people in the chat would know, but Mia printed the smallest possible benchy. Actually, Daniel's in the chat, or was, briefly. Mia printed this tiny, tiny little benchy, and her prize was gold in the the weight of the benchy. Now, of course, Ivan being Ivan, he gave it to her in gold leaf, tipped manually into a tube. So it wasn't really nice. Hold on, let me. Here, you can wave to the crowd now, saying thank you. Yes, yeah, tipped it straight in. So Mia, when she unwrapped her present, gold went everywhere, like confetti, but gold.
I laughed so hard. Oh, I swallowed so much. I swear.
Can you imagine her in a social meeting like sneezing? And
Oh yes, and gold comes out.
like,
That would
so
be funny.
fancy, so fancy. That's how rich people sneeze. I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't
I'm
know.
gold-plated from the inside now.
Yeah.
Instead of God bless you, you say God bless you.
God bless you. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but I'm not even going to read that out loud. How are we doing?
Can I show you another issue?
Could
I
you?
think I managed to solve.
Yes. Hold
Can
on.
I?
Yes. Here, look. I'll even show you as the man. There you go. Show me. You're picking your nose with it. That's what it looked like. It was going up your nose. Yeah.
Okay. This is. Can you see that there is a line in there?
Yes. When you
I don't know
tilt
if you
it
can
towards
see
us. Yes, definitely.
Okay. That if I have another printing here, I will put them at the same height.
Yep.
Now,
Does the line
same
exist?
height.
Because we can't see it. Tilted 45 degrees toward the camera. Thank you. Yep, that's it. Down. No.
Print,
Toward. Yep. Lovely.
layers in the same spot.
Yep.
Have you seen it? Yeah. So I did find another print that failed in that exact same printer. Same line, same spot. At first, I thought that this was like under extrusion because the nozzle was clogged, and I swapped nozzles. But this morning, I realized that all the lines were in the same spot and started checking the printer.
So
and the thing is that
the Z rods.
the Z rod in the left side, the nut was loose, so it wasn't pressed against the nut. So it was like a CR10 without two rods, but had one that was like bumping it. So there is a certain height where the cables were like reorganizing themselves at two different heights, which caused the bump in the bridge, causing the lines. So I fastened the nut, and hopefully it did solve the issue. Did I explain myself?
Yeah. I sort of knew what the problem was just from what you said. So I knew it had to do with the Z, as most people would have understood.
It happens at the same time.
So what eventually was happening was that the cables themselves were also untangling at that point, so it was a double whammy.
Yeah, it causes an over extrusion, under extrusion, over extrusion in three phases in the same spot.
Skipped one layer completely, one or two.
Yeah, it's more analog than that. It's not one layer. It's a few layers. I don't know if you can see.
It just jumped. I think it got caught. It prints a little bit more in one area,
that's
then
quite
it
a bit.
skips, and then it prints on top. Yeah.
Yes. It's like prints a few parts squeezed because there is tension from the cables, then releases itself, missing a few layers, and then starts reprinting thick in a few layers before getting to normal again.
Very good.
Yeah. And everybody says, what settings do you use when you print? Like, your prints are so beautiful. They are not.
They're functional.
I have the best tools and the worst patience. Like, I cannot tune them if they work. If the end if the end part works, I could not care less. Like,
Yeah.
I will
We don't see you sanding too much either.
send. I don't
Sanding.
remember it.
Yeah, sanding.
I didn't send a part.
That's my point.
Yeah, I have. Look at this. You see this?
Hold. Okay.
Look.
Oh, that. Oh, hang on. That I was going to say that actually was either madly under extruded, but that was just the supports or
Now the bottom is rough. Like it's not smooth.
yeah.
I will not sand it. If it works, I will not touch it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Good. All right.
I did
Well,
move some skin with.
you just cut yourself. Lucky it's red. Everything is red.
Yes. I could never stain my parts with my blood. That's why I will have that phrase now. Whenever someone asks why red, because it will not show my blood.
Like
Because
Deadpool.
Mike.
Ivan is printer Deadpool.
Printer Deadpool, yeah, because he's wearing red all the time. Actually, would you print him red and then color? So is Graphit still in the chat? I haven't seen him for a while. Since Graphit is now the official printing, painting guy, or Rub and Buff.
Yep.
Now, Mike Allison, what was your question about some links to different channels of you guys? I don't understand the question. How about some links to the different channels of you guys? Don't know. Yes, if you've not given blood, you haven't tried hard enough. Pretty much. Well, I think we're sort of done. I'm sorry that your print has half failed, Mia. But hopefully you'll recover.
There's 2 layers missing. I think I can fix that.
Update us through Twitter so we can get you again next week.
Yeah. Jeff Slater's talking about Rub and Buff. Yeah, probably not the best time to enter a stream. Ooh, I will rub it and I will buff it and it will be black and gold. Actually, his silver one as well was fantastic.
Could you put JT Mia's channel in the description when we are finished, please?
Of course.
I could do it. I think I could do it. Yeah. Yes. We should.
Of course. We will put Mia's.
Shout outs.
There we go. That's what's.
We will give you a tenth of our subscribers.
So if I had a tenth of Ivan's subscribers, I'd have 10,000 more than I've got.
Almost.
Well, almost. There's Graphit.
That's a lot of time.
Graphit is here. Graphit, hypothetical question. Printing a Deadpool, would you print it in any given color and then just black and red, like black base and red on top? Or would you print in red and then red paint and dirty him up?
It is 50% of each color.
No. Robbie Mack overslept. Lucky we record this.
Do you?
Yeah, apparently. It goes to this thing called U-Tubby.
U-Tubby.
It's reflecting my belly. I'm tubby. Graphit would print it pink. Actually, it wouldn't matter what colour he bloody printed it. Any cheap filament. There you go. Paint everything black first. Yep. Okay. Good. Yeah. All right. Let's call it. I think I've got a proper loop now. Now that I've done the intro correctly. Hello, Bart.
Let's see.
What's that? Sorry.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see.
All right.
Yes.
So we'll keep talking over the top. Let me just have a look. I'll put it on that one there, and we'll turn that off. And goodbye, everybody. Say bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mia. We'll put Mia's details in the description.
Yay.
So here we go. let's do this. That's fancy. All right, we're going silent now. Bye, everybody.